Today we will look at the example which I showed you at the end. So we have some data available for 8 intersections from an area, and so this data includes the number of collisions and AADT coming to that intersection, and the cost of the accident, and the reduction, sorry, not the cost of accident, cost of countermeasure proposed at that intersection. And if this countermeasure is applied, then how much reduction in accidents you can have. Okay, so this data is given. And in the question, they have mentioned that they have a total budget of 2.3 million. 2.3 million. So now they are asking which sites we should select on the basis of crash rate method. So first of all, I need to calculate the crash rate for each site, right? So I'm going to make a table here. Have your calculators at hand. So I need total ADT, and I need the crash rate. Okay, and I need what? Yeah, that's it. And the intersection number. Total ADT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total ADT means you will add up these two values. Okay, you will add up these two values. Okay, so for each intersection, give me the total AADT. For each one of them, give me the total AADT. And calculating the numbers which are simple for me, then you can do your own calculations. Okay, you can check these numbers if they are correct or not. Okay, I think they are correct. Then you can.
Doctor, the total for number 3 is 6,250, and for number 7 it's 7,950, and for the last one is 9,000.
Hold on. Yeah, number 3 is 2,600 and
6,250.
Okay. Number 7.
7,950.
Number 7, 7,950. Okay.
Yes. And the last one is 9,050.
Okay. Yeah. So I swapped the numbers. Okay. Thank you. Crash rate. Total, collisions divided by total AADT. Okay, but we need it for the full year. Okay, we are calculating crash rate in million entering vehicles. So it will be, for example, for the first site 25. Okay, multiply by 1 million by the ADT you have. This ADT is for 1 year, so 365. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, this is for 1 year, right? Time. They mentioned time, how many years with the approximate 3 years. Okay, so the time is 3 years, so 3 years. This is the equation, right? 365 time and volume So how much is this?
$1.95.
1.95. Okay, the next one, only the volume will change and the number of crashes will change. So now it is 21 and the volume is this one.
2.56.
2.56. Is this number correct? 6650, right? 50. This is 6650.
Doctor, it's 6,250 and the crash rate?
250.
The crash rate is 4.68.
Okay.
Doctor, are we doing per 100,000 cars or per million?
Million. Sorry. Should be million. Million is how many zeros? One more, right? Are these numbers per million, Salma?
They'll all be times 10.
So this should be 25.6.
The numbers are into 10 to the power of 6. So it's, yeah, correct. My numbers are correct.
These
Oh,
numbers
yeah.
are correct, right?
Yeah, she was right. They were correct. My mistake.
They were correct.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this one?
3.55.
3.54. Okay, side 5.
3.36.
3.36. Okay, side 6. 42.
3.93.
3.93.
$3.22. 2.22.
Okay, now comes the selection of the site. Okay, so we will select the site which has the highest crash rate, right? The highest crash rate. The highest crash rate is for this one. Okay, so selected intersections start with 3, number 3. Okay, and if you do the countermeasure proposed as number 3, it will cost you $480,000. $480,000. Okay, your total budget is 2.3 million. Okay, so out of 2.3 million, you spend 480,000 on site 3. you still have money left. Okay, you still have money left, so you can select the next site with the next highest collision rate as well, which is site number 6. Okay, so site number 6 can be selected as well. Okay, so if you select site number 6, the cost will be 480,000 plus how much they are requiring for site number 6, 800,000. Okay, now the total is still less than 2.3 million. If you do the total, it is still less than 2.3 million. So I can go for the next highest rate as well, and that is for site number 4, right? Okay, so I have selected this one. Let me highlight it. Then I selected this one. Okay, now I'm selecting this one. Okay, so site number 4. If you select site number 4, it will cost you 320,000. Okay, what is the total here?
$8.61.
How much?
Wait, no. 1,600. Yeah. 1,600,000.
Okay, so we still have some budget, right? We still have some budget left, so I can select the next one. So I selected this one. Okay, I can select the next one, which is this one. Okay, so if I select this one, number 5, then I need 320,000 more. Okay, so 320,000, right? Yeah. So if you add 320,000 to this one, how much you will get? This much, right?
1,920,000.
Yeah. Okay, now we still have some budget left, right? So I selected number 5 as well. Now I can go for the next one, which is this one. Okay, so if you take this one, then I'm asking for how many? 400,000 more. How much will this be?
2,320,000. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going over the budget, right? I'm going over the budget. Now, so if I select site number 7 as well, I am going over the budget. How much you said? 2 and 320, right? 2. Okay, now can we have a different combination? For example, so how many? So I selected these sites. So if site number 3, okay, should be selected. Can I do some? If I don't select site number 7, if I don't select site number 7, then I'm consuming how much? 1.9 million, right? 1.9 something million. Okay, so then I'm lapsing like maybe more than 300,000. Okay, I'm not utilizing 300,000. Okay, so can we do some swap on the basis of the percentage of accidents you are reducing? Okay, so for example, I selected site number 5 and site number 7, right? So if I select 7, I'm going over. Okay, but if I don't select number 7, that means I am you know, I'm not utilizing 300, more than 300,000. Okay, so instead of taking out number 7, if I take out number 5, which is the closest one, right? Number 5 is the closest one. Okay, so if I take out number 5, then what will happen? If you take out number 5, so what will happen? So now you are doing 3, 6, 4, and 7. What will happen? 3 is 280,000, sorry, 480,000, then 800,000, then 4 is 320,000, and then instead of this,
$2 million exactly.
2 million exactly. Okay, so this one is a better combination. This one is a better combination than the previous one. Okay. Are these rates correct? Because in the book they are getting something different. These are same rates, right? They are saying 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Did we select the same sites? No. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So they are not selecting this one. Okay. So if we don't select this one, then we are left with we have done for 2 million. Okay. So if you don't select this one, okay, so then you have utilized 2 million. Okay, so still now if you add number 5, it will go over the budget, right? If you add number 5, it will go over the budget. So if you add the next one, which is 2.56, then how much you are adding? Site number 2, it requires how much? 280,000, right? So here you will add it. Okay, so now we are very close to 2.3 million. Now we are very close to 2.3 million. Okay, so we have selected number 2 here. So this is in the order of the selection. Okay, these numbers are in the order of selection. So I started with number 3, then number 6, then number 4, and then I added number which one? I added number 7. No, I added 5. Okay, but after 5, if I add 7, then I was going over the budget. Okay, I was going over the budget. So I tried which combination will be the best one. Okay, so you can also try, you know, taking out number 7. Okay, you can also do that. Okay, or you can select between number 5 and number 7 on the basis of the reduction you are getting. Okay, in the book they did not do this. Okay, in the book they did not do this. Okay, but if you have to take out a site, for example, if I have to select between number 5 and number 7, then I should have selected number 5. Okay, because at number 5, then you will have a larger reduction in the accidents, 22%. Okay, I should have done so I should have taken out number 7 and I should have selected number 5. Okay, so it will have less cost and it will save more accidents. Okay, and then you can add number 2 as well, and then you can see what happens. Okay, you will have some more margin. Okay, so what happens if you take 5 and 2? What happens? So we have this, and then we have this one. So how much is the total now? What is the total now?
$2 million, 2.2 million.
Okay, so we have like 100,000 left. Okay, we cannot utilize on any side, but we will have more reduction in accidents. Okay, so this is one approach. Let me write the other approach as well, which is taken by the book, and this is totally based on number of accidents. Okay, so this is, they are saying take 3, 6, then 4, and then 7, and then 2. Okay, and the cost will be like we have already calculated. $2 million. This much, right? No. This. Okay, so this is one approach which is totally based upon the cost. Okay, select the intersections, like you start selecting from the top. Okay, and whichever intersection is giving you the cost above the budget, you take that out and go for the next one. This is one approach, okay, which is taken in the book. Okay, so in this approach, the second one, what they are doing is start selecting from the top one. So you select 3, then 6, then 4, then you selected 7, and then 5. 5 was giving you the value more than the cost. You take out 5, you keep 7, and then you go for the next one. Okay, so whichever intersections, the combination of intersection is giving you the closest to the actual budget, 2.3 million. Okay, so this combination gives you the closest to the actual budget. Okay, it will be my advice is, okay, that first of all you arrange them according to their crash rate. Arrange the sites according to their crash rate, so you are going in an order and you don't have to worry about whether you are missing on any side or not. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Select the combination of intersection which gives you the highest or the closest to the available budget. Okay, and this is another combination. Okay, here you are having 80,000 more to spare, but in this case you are reducing more percentage of accidents. If you take this combination, the percentage of accidents you are reducing will be higher. Okay, because you have taken out the side which is causing less reduction, 15%. Okay, and you have kept the side which was causing more reduction, 22%. Okay, so 400,000 for only 15% reduction, and 320,000 for 22% reduction. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense that you keep this side and take out this one. It is costing more and reducing less crashes. Okay, but anyways, this is the policy decision, right? This is a policy decision. In the end, you have to leave out some sites. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you are going for. Okay, it's not a big issue. Okay, then the next method is rate quality control method. In rate quality control method, what you do is you are comparing statistically between different sites. So you calculate crash rate of similar sites, all of them. then you calculate their mean, then you can calculate a critical value. Okay, that you can be this much above the mean to be called as a normal site. Okay, and that critical value is calculated using this equation. Okay, so this is an equation to calculate critical rate of accident, critical rate of crashes for all similar sites. Okay, so RA is the mean crash rate for all similar sites. M is the volume, either in million entering vehicles if it is an intersection, or million entering vehicle miles if it is a segment. Okay, and then K is a constant. It depends upon the confidence interval, how much confidence interval you want to have, how much confidence you want to have in your data. Okay, so normally we use confidence intervals of 90%, 95%, and 99%. Okay, so the value of K according to these confidence levels are given here. Okay, 90% 1.282, 95% 1.645, and 99% 2.327. Okay, so these are constant values, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, now if the crash rate at your site, so you have, let's say, 100 sites, for those 100 sites you will calculate the mean and you will calculate a critical value. Okay, then you will compare if the critical value is more than the crash rate at your site or not. If it is more than the crash rate at your site, that means your site is a normal site. It's a normal site. Okay, if the crash rate at your site is higher than that value, that means the crash rate at your site is higher than a normal similar site. Okay, this critical crash rate equation is coming by assuming that the crashes follow Poisson distribution. If you remember, in traffic engineering course we have learned about a normal distribution. Okay, so like normal distribution, and we also talked about chi-square distribution as well. So we have another type of distribution which is a Poisson distribution. Looks like this. A Poisson distribution looks like this. So you have number of crashes on the x-axis and you have their possibility on the y-axis. Okay, we are not going in those details. The main thing is for a Poisson distribution, this is considered as normal. This is considered as close to normal or close to average. So if any value is more than that, that is a higher or significantly higher than the average value. Okay, let us look at a couple of examples. Okay, we are trying to examine a narrow bridge. Okay, so that is considered as a spot. So it's a very short bridge. They are considering it as a spot. Okay, a total of 14 collisions have been recorded in the last 4 years. Okay, ADT for the past 4 years, the same 4 years given, 1,000 vehicles per day. They have collected data for other narrow bridges. Okay, and they found it to be the mean crash rate to be 0.6 collisions per million entering vehicles. Okay, so the average crash rate is given RA. We want to apply the rate quality control method to find out if this bridge is hazardous or not. Hazardous meaning more hazardous than a normal average short bridge. Okay, a normal bridge of similar type, is it more hazardous than those bridges or not? Okay, and they are using a confidence interval of 95%. A confidence interval of 95%. Okay, so let us do this. So first of all, I need to calculate the crash rate at my site. Okay, so I'm calculating the crash rate at my site. I have how many collisions? I have 14 collisions. Okay, multiply by 1 million again. Divide by the volume, which is 1,000, and 365, and 4 years. How much?
9.6.
9.6. Then I will calculate the critical value. If critical value is more than that, then we will call it a hazardous site. Okay, so for critical, the mean is given as 0.6. Okay, this is a constant. Then this is a million entering vehicles, and then this is the K value for 95% permanent interval, and then you have to take the square root. Okay, so I will put the power. Okay, for the square root, I will put the power. Okay, so the average was 0.6 divided by again million entering vehicles. Okay, to the power, meaning I am taking the square root. How much is this?
.6.
Huh? Getting 0.6 again. How much is this value? Thousand into 365 into. Yeah. 1.46. This is correct. You are getting 0.6 again after doing all this.
Yes.
Okay. Can someone else confirm this? Is it? Okay, okay. I think the problem is this should be in millions. This should be in millions. This one, this value. Okay, M is in millions. See here. Okay, so how much you are getting? This value, how much was it? 1004 into 365. How much was it? 146. This one, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you have to put it in millions. So we will put it 1.46. They are saying put it in millions. Million entering vehicles, right? Now tell me the value.
Two.
2.
Yes.
Okay, 2 crashes per million entering vehicles. So this is also crashes. Okay, so this bridge is a hazardous location, right? It has more than the critical value, so it is a hazardous location. Okay, no problem. This is another problem for the same method, so let us do this as well. Okay, we have a section now. We have a section, 38 collisions in 3 years. Estimated travel on this section is 20 million. Okay, so they have already given me the value in million. Okay, million entering vehicles. Okay, mean collision rate for all sections, this is 120 per 100 million 100 million entering vehicles. Okay, 120 per 100 million entering vehicles for all the other sections. Okay, similar sections. So should this section be taken as a hazardous section with 90% confidence now, with 90% confidence. Okay, let me come here. So first of all, I will calculate the rate at my site, which is 38 divided by 20. So 38 divided by 20, how much?
1.9.
1.9. Okay, crashes per million entering vehicles. Okay, then RA. Now RA is given, but it is given in 100 million entering vehicles. Okay, I have to convert it to million entering vehicles. Okay, because my units are million entering vehicles. Okay, not 100 million entering vehicles. Okay, so whatever the number is given, I will divide by 100. So 120 divided by 100 gives me 1.2 crashes per million entering vehicles. It was 100 million entering vehicles. I divide by 100 to convert it to only million entering vehicles, so that the units are same. Okay, then I will calculate R critical. Okay, so R critical 1.2 plus 0.5 divided by, we have 20 million entering vehicles, right? M is 20. 1.90% confidence interval. It will be 1.282. Okay. Into again 1.2 divided by 20. Okay, how much is it?
1.5.
Okay, so the critical is 1.5. My is crash rate is 1.9. So this size should be considered as a hazardous location. Okay, so in both cases, we had the hazardous location. Okay, so I'll stop here. If you have any questions, you can ask me.